Hello, ladies and gentlemen, LMG here, and welcome to my review of Norse Oath of Blood. A game I really wanted to love. A game that could have actually easily been in my top 10 of the year. But somehow this game trips over its own foot for the 20 hours that I did play through it. I did everything on the project. This is actually slightly, I think the game ended around turn 52, 50-ish. We'll look at that kind of that last mission as well to show off some of the combat and stuff. But I want to break down a lot of this, give you the good, give you the bad, and everything. Overall, I really want to recommend this one, but I would wait for a sale. They did have one patch at the time of this, but it doesn't fix a lot of the bugs. I just recently saw on Steam forums, there are people that can't actually get the final quest to pop up. And many times during the combat, at least every single combat, I had to reload because something messed up. This game is a bug-riddled mess, unfortunately. Graphically, during the cutscenes, which are actually quite well done, but the combat, kind of a hot mess at times as well. But I want to break out the main screen here real quick. This is just stuff you get from all your bonuses, your other stuff, your additions to projects. All of this, that you don't even need it. You honestly, you don't. I think if you even ignored it, I honestly don't think it would matter. I think maybe it's a little bit tied into the stories and stuff, but you don't need anything in this. None of this. This whole map, all the trading you can do with the other outposts, etc. Recruiting, what's in demand, what's in supply, the unique items they might have over here. Yeah, you can get some other people. We'll talk about that in a second. You need none of that. Absolutely none of it matters. None of this matters. I'm gonna go to my people real quick because there's a couple different classes. Now this is the main character. This is Gunnar Gripson. Did play him throughout the entirety, though. Do remember, these are story relevant characters. They cannot die. If this guy gets hit by like 2 critical hit arrows or something, gone. You have to redo the whole mission. But some of these missions can take upwards up to an hour. So they are quite lengthy. Oh, this must have been... I went back a little bit, not to the main mission. Yeah, we'll just take Second Wind again, because it's kind of got that XCOM skill tree. You either go down one side or the other. And some of these abilities are actually really cool, like Glimma. And then there's a body slam one. You're actually doing wrestling moves. Well, it's actually really cool. You can't allocate any stats or anything. And seems to be a bug. No matter how many missions you've been on and how many kills you get, none of that is showing up on the screen. Kind of maddening. And also this outfit, because the developer was nice enough to send me a key. Very always grateful for that. But they also did sell a DLC, and they had a pre-order bonus. I didn't get the pre-order bonus, but they did have a DLC. And I actually wore the DLC stuff through the entire game because it was actually better than anything I could craft, anything I could find in the game. That's the first time that's ever happened in one of these games. Usually you get this stuff for DLC, deluxe edition stuff. You find better stuff in the first hour. This was actually the best stuff I had in the game. Didn't make it that easier. Nah, not really. The game, I did play it on normal because, like I said, this game, kind of a hot mess. A lot of fun. I really did enjoy it, and we'll talk about that more. But is it worth my time playing hard? I don't think so. The game doesn't respect my time. Sometimes I did have to reload things, redo things, because things just got broken. I can definitely affirm, nobody play tested this. Like, maybe the first hour or so was pretty solid. I had a couple graphical problems. Little things during cutscenes. But then the more you played, the more and more problems started to crop up. So it's very evident in that regard. But let's also check, just the map. This is the entirety of the map. This is everything that will pop up. And occasionally, I'm going to say there was about maybe 20 or less missions. Maybe about 20 at most. They're all very linear missions. You can do a little side going around the level because it's not an open world. It's a closed level. All hand designed and stuff. You won't see a lot of enemy variety though. I think within probably like the first 5-6 hours, you maybe probably seen them all. So there's not a lot of variety there. The combat is fun, though. Let's actually go back to our people here real quick. And then there's a couple different classes. We'll just go through that real quick. This is Sigrid, the other co-star of this adventure. And she was actually pretty good, too. At the end, if you do in this game, it's a very interesting mechanic. If you do crit and you get your momentum bar high enough, you execute. Like I will, a lower health guy, not like somebody with like 30, 40 hit points. But somebody with 10 or so, I'll just crit them, kill them right away. Then I get all my action points back. And if I hit it again, I was often critting 6 or 7 people in a fight. It was madness. And I kind of actually appreciated that in the combat. But then we talked about these projects. Oh, well, we're actually just really finishing this up. And one thing I really want to count on, this doesn't mean anything. I beat the entire game with the original characters I used in the beginning, pretty much. I accidentally killed one of the non-essential characters myself, unfortunately. A little bit of friendly fire, but that's the only loss I think I really had. There's also a story one down the line that will kind of tick you off. One of the primary characters that does a noble sacrifice thing, but you also don't get any of their gear after they die in the cutscene. I had some pretty unique stuff, so I was not too happy. But these are all, you'll do various upgrades and everything that will actually get you more stuff down the line, better things you can craft, etc. And then you'll have to do occasionally doing trade. But actually, you know, at the end of the game I learned none of this matters. Like the ritual circle, the healing, the time between missions is so long, no matter if anybody in your party gets injured, they'll be back before the next mission. None of this matters. It's moot point. You don't have side objectives. You don't have missions. You can't go raiding. At one point they tease like, hey, maybe we go raid England. And then they never talk about it again. Never again. So I don't know like what it was, but I was like, oh man, that sounds really awesome. Let's go do that. We need riches and stuff. No, you don't get to do any of that. This is a pure revenge plot, but I think that actually does it really well, though. Like the story in this, I cannot stress how good the cutscenes are when they are working properly. Like I said, near the last third of the end, like in the ending, I really wanted to just really enjoy the ending. But Gunnar, my character, was bald. He didn't have any hair all of a sudden for the last part of the game. I just can't tell you how immersion breaking that is. That really just killed me. Also, let's talk to Symmetress.
What a wonderful day, don't you think so, Gunnar?
All these characters, they have a lot of personality. Also, Gerlag, Hoity, what is it, Torsten? I love Torsten. Also, you, who I can't remember your name. Oh, Hallborn, yeah. You do use them on a couple of missions as well. But this is a variety of the crafting. You don't need any of this. Later on, actually, you do find some unique items. Like I found Attila's bow. That was really good. We'll show that off here in a second. But all this crafting, like this sword. Even though I had all the stuff for this, and I have everything for this one, I could never make the blade for this. No idea why. It just would never let me make it. Doesn't matter, I had better stuff anyway. But these do take your actions of this number. You never need. You could actually probably, the beginning gear you get, you probably just could use that. I wouldn't even mess with it. There are a couple achievements I didn't get for crafting superior stuff, but it doesn't matter. This whole, it's a little bit of fluff. It's just killing time while you're waiting for the next story mission. I'd almost prefer if they just went story to mission, because the one thing, sad thing about this, let's go home again real quick. Stuff will pop up like, hey, that came in, and there's some interesting story cutscenes as well. But I don't get to walk around this town. I don't get to go in our longhouse. I don't get to really go by the dock. I don't get to talk to these villagers, these people. I never really get to know my village that I've built. It's a little bit of sad. Also, at one point I was actually starving because I didn't have enough food coming in. And all I really did was reduce my AP by 1. So the negative effects were, But also, let's also talk about the herdsman, because you can have up to 20 at the max. You like, just, sometimes you get 5, sometimes you get 6 characters you get to bring into battle. It depends on if there's other allies and NPCs helping you out. And the ally NPCs are kind of buggy too. I've had some people that should join me in the fight, and they just ran off in the other direction, or they just weren't there at the next fight. It's really just breaks immersion. It's not great in that regard. Okay. So yeah, you have up towards, like, you can have up to 20 people. You'll never need it. Like, you won't be leveling other people because there's only so many fights. You want your highest level characters for each fight. Why would you spread it out? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I get at some point maybe they wanted this project to be more, and I think either funds started to run out, or the developer or the publisher really wanted to start making some of their money back, so they kind of like, hey, you got to get this game out. That's kind of what I feel, because I think there would be more to this, hopefully, because you've got the makings of a great game. I really want to love it and enjoy it, but you trip over your own foot quite a bit of the time. So now enough of this talking about the town and all of that. Let's go take a look at the combat. Okay, also you might want to look away, because this is going to be a little bit of story. I'm not going to finish this combat. I've already done this. I've done the main mission. We're back in their starting village. We're retaking this, getting revenge for our father. But I actually got stuck. I almost had to reload. I finally managed to get up these steps. You just couldn't get up either side of this. Took me like a good 5 minutes of just messing around to be able to get up to it. Alright, let's show off a little bit of the combat. Now, this is all of our N people. There's a couple NPCs as well. But okay. When you get to walk around, you can do that. Sometimes there's items up to heal. We should be fully healed, I think. But occasionally you'll find an item and stuff, but get nothing on this because it really doesn't matter. Yeah, let's get into the combat. The combat's actually quite good when it isn't messing up. Okay. So you can actually deploy. We'll go with the Gunnar Grips in here first. Alright, Sigrid, who is a great sniper, by the way. Asmar. Yeah, and you can't really customize any of your characters. You can't customize Gunnar or Sigrid. None of the side people as well, because they all kind of have their own stories, though you never really talk to them. It just... I think that really could have been a good selling point there, too. Being able to customize your own characters. And also the music, it's always good. The music in this is actually quite good. I do give it props for that. And graphically, it's pretty awesome. The cutscenes are really well done. Like I said, when they work. Gomir, he's actually pretty good. Ivar is a guest companion. My other buddy, I can't remember your name. Lady that replaced my other lady I accidentally killed, and our uncle. I think that's about it. So this is turn-based tactics. Definitely all these rules. Now, I do remember this fight because it was a little bit of a pain in the ass. Because there was this all shielding. I had to hack them through. It took me a while. Wasn't bad though. Okay. Are you gonna come up? Because I'm actually gonna go.
Huh?
You had alert, but the thing is, when it has alert, it has red tiles on the ground, so you know. Once again, I didn't see alert there, and there were no red tiles. Maybe that was my bad, but how was I to know, game? Like, you just continuously drop the ball in rudimentary things.
What is your will?
Gunnar kind of got himself in a bad way. Now this is Bloodseeker, so I should be able to get a shot off at quite a bit of people. And your momentum's on the right, and the more we kill, the more that will go up. Okay. Ah! Got him. Put that one down.
Fear no man.
Turns over. You know where we go? We go Glimmer.
I've got you now.
A little bit of quick time event if you need to sometimes. Whoop! And yeah, there we go. I think we just end our turn. Knocked off one of my armor.
Born for war.
Okay. Now, Spear, we can actually do 2 turns. We'll do Skull Splitter. Very nice. Execute. So once we get an execute, and these scenes are actually usually pretty good, I get all my points back. And that gets our momentum back. And it keeps going up. But momentum goes down by 10 at the end of each round. But you can really... So now I've got all my points back. And you're down. Oh, we armor up. I'm just going to bring you a little bit of this fight just so you can get a good idea. And these matches are usually like this. But I do recommend if you do play it, get it on a sale because at the time of this, I did about everything except there was a couple achievements I just didn't really think it was worth it. 20 hours max. It depends on the, because add a couple hours because of the buggery. You probably could do it a lot fast. If you just button mash past the turns, you could probably do it pretty fast. Get up over here. I could do Glimmer. Why don't we just... Thank you.
I'm ready.
Dead leg meat shield. Execute. Yeah, this guy seems to just execute like I had 6 or 7 in a row with this guy. It was madness. Oh, I almost hit my wrong guy. Let me get over. Not quite enough.
Huh?
Real quick. Very nice. Maybe we pin you. Very nice. Could I kill you? Maybe. Nah, he had a little bit of armor. But I just wanted to bring you a little bit of the combat. Then we'll get back to the main game here. And at the end of the day, this is a pretty... I think this would be a great game. It could definitely be a classic almost. It does really great storytelling. The combat's good. The combat's fun when it works. When everything works, it's great. But it doesn't often work a lot of the times. They've had a hotfix. But the problem is, day 1 release, you're doing deluxe edition DLC. You're doing pre-order bonuses. You had pre-order for this game not a lot of people knew about. Kind of sends the wrong message. And you have a problem right now. I think it's sitting at around 50-60% on Steam. There's some optimization issues people were saying. I didn't have any of that myself. I take that with a big grain of salt though, because I'm running on a pretty high-end PC. Your results may vary. But it was butter smooth for me. Just really a lot of the bugs. And if you fix it, I don't think that matters. You had a product on day 1 you're supposed to put out. If you hand me something that's on fire and tell me not to complain, well, I think that's right. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, my score for this one is going to be a 6 out of 10. This is potentially a 9 out of 10 for me. Length does play a little bit of part. I mean, it tells a great story, though. Luckily, they didn't set up for a sequel, because I unfortunately don't think it's going to get happen. And I did want to see more of this universe. I did want to see more of this game. But sadly, that's something I think we will not see. But I can hope, though. So I will leave a link in the video description below if you do want to check it out. Though I do recommend definitely wait for a sale this one. Maybe they can fix it up enough. Maybe I could light recommendation at a later time. But right now, it's just really buggy. I would wait or catch it on a sale. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.